Hey everyone, welcome to Diving Deep with Deepak and Darrah, where we go into deep topics in 5 minutes or less and make them translatable and relatable to your life. Deepak, you have 1 minute to answer this first question, which is that there are common challenges that when people meditate, their mind is either flooded with thoughts or even they might fall asleep. What is your thought about that, and how do we reprogram ourselves to look at meditation differently, whether or not that's the case?
Okay, so I'll answer the second part of your question first, that if you fall asleep in meditation, that's a sign that you need more sleep. Okay, so it's nothing more than that. And you should address that. But that's a whole topic we can talk about. But lack of sleep is probably now being found out to be the number one risk factor for premature death from cardiovascular disease and inflammation and so on. It's also probably the most important factor in determining whether you might be at risk for Alzheimer's as you grow older, etc. So over the last few years, sleep has become a very major topic, both for physical and emotional well-being, and this is another topic, for spiritual well-being as well. So if meditation makes you fall asleep, that's a very good sign.
That's the 1 minute.
That's a very good sign.
So since you got to talk about the second part, will you talk about the first part even though our handy timer went off?
Yeah, so the first part is the only time you don't have thoughts is when you're dead. Number one. Number two, in deep sleep. And number three, when you transcend in meditation. If you therefore fight against thoughts, that's a thought in itself. Okay, to try to get rid of thoughts is a mental activity. So first recognize that no thought belongs to you. Thoughts are recycled information from these days media and social media and newspapers and whatever. So you can just say to yourself next. Or you can ask yourself once in a while, I wonder what my next thought will be. And then wait for it and you'll see it doesn't come. And number three, relax. Meditation is an opportunity to just be, and thought is the upward stroke of meditation. Transcendence is the downward stroke of meditation. You need both. Just like a wave has an upward stroke and a downward stroke, meditation has both. Unless, as I said, you're dead or you're in deep sleep.
That's how I learned about meditation as well. I think we both have studied transcendental meditation, and they teach you about this wave of coming from the surface where all your thoughts are to going deep where there's a lot less thoughts, and you can feel what I think people are often striving for in meditation, which is a bit counterintuitive, but understandable because it feels so good to strive for that. One of the things that you talked about is sleep. And it's really interesting because we really live in a culture now, I believe, that promotes sleeplessness. It promotes sleep when you're dead. It promotes hustle, grind, burnout. And it's something that I really care about changing the narrative around. What would you share with our audience to help them understand the value so that they'll begin to prioritize sleep beyond what you've even shared?
Sleep decreases inflammation. It enhances the quality of life. It removes toxins. So during dream sleep, we actually release emotional and mental stresses. But during deep sleep, we detoxify physically. So, amyloid, which has built up in the brain during day's activity, it gets flushed out. The spaces between neurons actually widen. So I'm right now in New York City. When, New York City goes to sleep at night, then all the people come and clean up the streets. But that's what happens in sleep as well. The streets, which are the spaces between your neurons, they're literally streets. Instead of scavengers coming or people to clean, the streets widen and all the toxins get flushed out. Inflammation decreases. And there are many other benefits of sleep because it's a way to reset itself. And then it's also the window to what I call non-local being or spirit. The most important thing is when I wake up, if I don't have a very joyful, energetic body, then I know that the sleep quality was somehow disturbed. And I also monitor my sleep, by the way. So I have exactly clues to why I didn't sleep well. These days, I enjoy about 8 hours of very deep, restful sleep. And when I wake up, I feel I have a joyful, energetic body. And of course, I focus on love and compassion and reflection and lightness of being. So all of that helps.
So there you have it, folks. We will share more on sleep for you. Get your sleep so that you can street clean and street sweep your body, your mind, your spirit, and utilize meditation as a way to get some of that rest, rejuvenation, and some of the healing benefits that you get from sleep, even in your awakeness. All that sound right, Deepak?
Yeah, that sounds. Sleep and meditation are complementarities. They complement each other. The better the quality of sleep, the more you're likely to transcend in meditation. And the fact that you have a regular meditation practice also ensures that you will have good sleep. One final word. Your sleep, the quality of sleep depends on the quality of your day. That's it. So, if your day has been fulfilling and joyful, your sleep will be too.
That's really telling. So we can reflect on our day based on our sleep. So it's something to think about. So now we're going to move to the section where we ask you another surprise question that's a little bit less deep. And today that question is, what's something that we would be surprised to know about you, Deepak?
What's something that you ask me all these questions I have to think about?
It's funny, you have an easier time answering the deep questions, which is unsurprising.
You know what surprises me every day?
What?
Every day, eternally, is that I exist. It's a perpetual surprise. And then the second surprise is that I'm aware that I exist. So for me, that leads to the experience of gratitude. I didn't ask to be here, but here I am. And, that's a big surprise. If you live with this bewilderment and surprise all the time, life becomes an amazing adventure of gratitude and love and compassion and joy and empathy and friendship and meaningful relationships. So I'm surprised all the time.
It's true. And as people who like to travel and get out in the world, the more you do that, the more, at least for me, I realize how we are so small, and you learn about history and you think, gosh, how did we end up here and now in this moment, which is a whole other conversation that we'll have about time. Okay. That all being said, can I share something that I think everyone would find surprising about you?
Yeah, drinking coffee?
No, but there's one. Deepak, I was surprised to learn how much you love emojis.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you why. Emojis are universal language. You don't need to know Japanese to send an emoji to somebody in Japan or in Korea or somebody who speaks only Swahili. So emojis have an instant effect on the other person. You can send an emoji and give somebody anywhere remotely a dopamine hit if you want, or a serotonin hit, or an opiate hit, or an oxytocin hit. All depends on the emoji you send. Or you can give them an adrenaline rush, or you can cause inflammation in their body. I know that, when I send certain kinds of emojis to the people that in the past have engaged with in what I would say acrimonious debate, even as I send the emoji, I can see their blood pressure rising, and I feel kind of mean-spirited about that.
Oh, there it is, folks. So when you send an emoji, think about the universal language that you're using. Thank you for that. So thank you for this, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If you want more from us, subscribe to our channels on YouTube. Please comment. Let us know what you took away from this. Let us know what else you'd love us to discuss. And we have a special bonus for you. If you'll go to lifebydesignsummit.com/Deepak, you can get a free 1-hour masterclass where Deepak and I go even deeper on how to live a meaningful life. And we have a guided meditation in there for you as well. And lastly, if you want to connect with us, find us on Twitter and Instagram at Deepak Chopra and at Darrah. See you next time.